guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you how to make this card. So I'm going to be taking a 3cm square die. I'm also taking the Itty Bitty Basics by My Favorite Things for the sentiment, and I'm also taking the Purrfect Birthday by Sunny Studios for the images, and then I'm taking one of my card bases, which is a black one. I don't know the measurements of that off by heart, but it will be linked in my description, and I've just die cut out a total of 12 little squares. So I did make this card before, but I kind of filmed it and then my phone died halfway through the process, so I had to redo it. So I'm making this a pink version, but the version I originally made was blue. But I'm using picked raspberry distress ink for the darkest colour on this card, and then the lightest colour I use is angel pink, which is a memento ink. So I'm just basically doing some really quick ink blending. It doesn't really matter, you could use coloured cardstock for this if you wanted to, but if you've been following me for a while now, you'll know that I don't actually have a lot of coloured cardstocks. I just tend to stock white and then just use whatever I have to make it a colour that I want. So if that means watercolouring, ink blending, or pro marker colouring, then that's pretty much what I'll do. But like I said, I have very limited space in my craft room, so I don't want to be keeping things that don't necessarily get used too often, if that makes sense. Like right now I'm looking around my craft room and it so needs cleaning, but obviously we've been within this heat wave and my craft room is the attic, so it gets the warmest, and just being up here was just not even possible for a couple of weeks. So I'm finally back in my craft room. So yeah, this card is actually going to be well, not this card specifically, because obviously it's the pinks, but the blue version I do of this card is for a girl that I met through another girl, which is called, from a nail person, I guess you could say. So she does nail art, so I met a couple of people through that. So basically what used to happen, a girl called Chelsea would go on live on Instagram at the weekends, but realistically it was like daytime for her, like maybe the latest was like 5 p.m. But for me it was like the day after and around like midnight, maybe 1 a.m. And I would love watching her, and she always made you feel included. And then I met some really nice people through her on her lives, and yeah, we kind of stuck together, I guess you could say. So also, I apologize for my nails in this video. Like, I just did not have any energy or time to do them, so I do apologize. They look absolutely rubbish, but yeah. So I'm using Rosebud so that you can see the difference in the colors. So it's pretty much the same color, just lighter, I guess you could say. So if I wanted to get the color of picked raspberry using the Rosebud, I would have to do maybe 5 or 6 layers just to get it that dark. So definitely having the distress ink was definitely something I would never have thought of, but they were a gift. So I'm slowly going into the distress side, but I don't want to buy too many of them, just simply because I know that I'm not going to use them that often, and they're quite expensive. But I think that's the only difference between Memento and distress inks. So Mementos, I think the most I've ever paid for them is like $2.99, whereas distress inks, for the small ones, the cheapest I can find those are like $4.99, and it's same for the refills. Now that's something I can never understand, is like I have a Memento Tuxedo black ink which I use all the time, and to buy the refill it actually costs more than actually just buying a new ink pad. Like, surely that's wrong. Like, surely it should be the other way around, because I want to be eco-friendly, but I'm not going to be paying something which costs more, if that makes sense. And I'm sorry, my phone just buzzed. But yeah, so I'm using KITSCH Flamingo for the third pink. I'm not really a pink person, but maybe somebody is. So I might give this away to somebody, so make sure you follow me over on my Instagram and comment on this video, and then comment over on the picture that I post, and you may be in a chance of winning. Who knows? So yeah, the girl I'm gifting the other one to, the blue one, is for her birthday. The thing that confused me and I didn't really know what to do is the fact that her birthday actually falls on Christmas Day, and I was like, do I make her card Christmas themed, or do I just do a normal birthday card? So I just did a normal birthday card, but you could have changed it. You could have had Christmas hats on, and you know, change the color combinations as well, but obviously I didn't want to do that. I'll probably make her a Christmas card to go with it, but I messaged her the other day and she's so excited. I'm like, I haven't even posted it to you yet. Like, we posted it earliest is October because, like, I know, like, mailing takes quite a long time, but, like, posting it now when we're in July is probably just a little bit too early. I like to be early, but I'm not that early. So here's the Angel Pink, and this is the 4th color, as you can see. You can see all the differences between all the colors, and honestly, I just love that, like, ombre gradient effect. But generally when I try and do it, it never works. So this was kind of an easier way of doing it. But here are all the colors that I'm going to be using. So let me know which one is your favorite pink shade. I think it has to either be the Picked Raspberry or the KITSCH Flamingo. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm now working out where everything needs to go. As you can see, it's going to be 3 across and 4 down. But they're all 3 sections, if that makes sense. So basically, I struggled a couple of months back trying to come up with ideas because I have pretty much a list of all the stamp sets that I want, and like, say if I have like an anniversary card that I need to do, I don't actually have any anniversary stuff in my collection. So what I'll do is I'll go online, have a look for a specific stamp set, and then the month before I need it, I'll order it just so I have it in time. So, like, I literally ran out of stamps that I needed and ideas, so it was really quite bad. So, also with the heat as well, that didn't really help, like, because I was like, I'm not going to be buying something because I'm not going to be using it, because I'm not going to go into my craft room. But anyway, I just stamped the Meow from the Purrfect birthday stamp, and I'm now taking the Happy Birthday from the Itty Bitty Basics, and I'm doing selective stamping. So basically, instead of stamping the whole sentiment, I'm just stamping one portion of it, and then I'll do the next portion underneath, so it fits inside this little box. I just think this is super cute. Technically, this is actually really easy if you think about it. It's not really anything really complicated, but it just kind of looks it in a way sometimes. And I'm part of a new Facebook group which is called Clean and Simple Creations, I think, and they have a rule that it has to be like clean and simple, but I just don't know what that necessarily entails, because what's simple for one person might not be simple for another. So it's kind of easier saying something but not actually being able to explain it is just kind of hard to work out. So I posted a post in there and it got declined, so I had to message the admin and I was like, why was it declined? It's a very simple card to make, you know, it's just a couple of ink blended colors and some stamped images. And she got back in contact with me and she's like, it just doesn't meet the standards of what we class as simple. And I was like, okay. So basically, it took a while for me to figure out what they meant by what's clean and simple, but eventually I figured it out. Sometimes what I think is simple might not be simple for somebody else, and I think that's just basically kind of luck, I guess. But yeah, anyway, I'll insert some music, guys, and a time frame of where to skip to for after all the colouring in. All the colours I use will be linked in my description, and I will see you when I need to explain anything else. just fussy cut all those. I'm really bad at fussy cutting, guys. Also, if you hear a whooshing noise, it is my fan. I do apologize for that. So I just bring in my card base, and I'm just going to work out where I want everything. So I basically place the cake in the same position as my last card, and this is what I came up with. So I'm going to use my TOMBOW Mono Aqua Glue to adhere everything down. Now normally I would prop something up on this card or add embellishments as a dimension thing, but I think with all the little square cuts out, I just think it has enough dimension and texture to it anyways. So I pretty much just glue everything down. So I absolutely adore these little kittens. Like, if you don't know, my mom recently got a new kitten, and at the moment we kind of have a love-hate relationship, so hopefully when she gets a little bit older she'll not be as, I want to say energetic, but she basically, a couple of days ago before I filmed this, I was closing the window. Now the window in my mom's house, you have to climb up onto the windowsill, so you have to climb up onto a chair, up onto the windowsill to close the window. And for some reason she thought I was playing, and she climbed up, and she literally like gripped into my leg and then started to like bite. And obviously with it being so high up, I didn't want her to fall, so I had to like detach her. Then she clawed into my arm instead. So eventually I got her to get off me, and I put her on the other side of the windowsill. Problem being, while I was doing that, I wasn't holding on, so I ended up falling from the window. So I fell from the window up onto the glass table. But the horriblest thing is that I fell 2 days prior to that, because I was helping my dad do some window cleaning, and it was a 4-story high building, and somebody accidentally knocked the ladders and I fell. So so it was really bad. Anyways, so I actually had to go to A&E. Turns out I have 3 cracked ribs, 2 on my left side, 1 on my right, and then also I chipped the bottom of my spine, and they told me that if I chipped it a bit further, then there might have been a chance I would have been in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. So at the moment, me and her, we have a bit of a hate-love relationship. So I'm trying not to hold it against her, but you know, at the moment my mind is just like, she's the devil cat, I want to stay away. So, but I am slowly getting back to what we used to be when we had her for the first week. So anyways, I'm just bringing in my Moonlight Brilliance ink and I'm just stamping my personal stamp, and then I'm bringing in my stamping platform again, and I'm just using Hoping Your Birthday Is, and then I'm using the Purrfect. So normally I tend to forget to stamp something on the inside, so I decided today was going to be the day that I do that. So I also stamped another message in the blue card that I did, and that is, instead of having a perfect day, it's possum day. So I also add a cat in on the inside as well, and just so you have a little kitty waiting for you when you open that. And that's pretty much all I do. And I bring in some glossy accents. Now for some reason my glossy accents is kind of doing my heading. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, but basically I was struggling to get any of my glossy accents out because obviously it dried in the nozzle part. So I put a pin in there, and obviously that helped. And I also store it upside down as well now, but the moment I take the lid off, it just constantly comes out and it just doesn't stop. I don't even have to apply any pressure and it'll still come out. So let me know down in the comments, guys, if you've had this issue and how you solved it, because I cannot figure it out. So I just put in my SIGNO white gel pen. I really need to buy another one of these, but I haven't been to the range in a while, so I might have to buy them online, and I don't necessarily trust it online. I don't know what that is, I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just adding some white gel pen detailing. And then I'm also going to bring in my glossy accents, like I said, and I use that for the noses, the eyes, and the candle tops. And then I also bring in my Wink of Stella to add some sparkles to the party hats and also the little present. But apart from that, that's all I do for the video. My favorite kitten is the one I'm coloring with the Wink of Stella right now. I just absolutely adore that little kitten. I thought it's so cute, and each time I've colored it, I was just like, oh, that's so cute. So, yeah. So you'll have to let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite cat on this card. And then obviously I bring in my blue card, which is exactly the same, just a little bit of a different layout and stuff, and some of the cats are different colors as well. So let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite, the pink card or the blue card. So for the blue card, for the shades, I used Tumbled Glass, Bahama Blue, and Paris Dusk, if you need to know that. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do. So I'm going to insert some music, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below which is your favorite. Go over to my Instagram, because like I said, you might be in a chance with winning this card. So obviously you can't see the effect that the glossy accents is going to have on this card, because obviously they're not dry. But I'll show you what it looks like when you do it for the blue card, so you'll see how it affects. And I absolutely love the blue card. Like, look how cute this is. So yeah, you'll have to let me know down in the comments which is your favorite. I think the blue card is kind of my favorite, but I am starting to get into the habit of liking pinks. But otherwise, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and I'll follow you in my next video, guys. See you later.